सर आज मुझे लगता है हम 23 इयर्स का एक्सपीरियंस लेके जाने वाले हैं.
The banks had left funding us. The customers didn't have the confidence in giving orders to us because I didn't have money to advertise for my brand in those days.
Mr. Pankaj Agarwala, who is the CEO of Jaybee Industries.
We have been awarded for making the most energy efficient transformer by the Union Power Minister, Mr. R.K. Singh, in 2021. I would be happy to say that every 2 minutes I was making a transformer.
Seriously 2 minutes?
You generally called 415 वोल्ट या 250 वोल्ट जो घरों में आप लोग यूज करते हैं. It is your own fault that your market is going to somebody else.
That's why we say vocal for local, I believe.
Oh yes, absolutely.
Swadeshi.
Make in India. Make in India.
So it's feel like a mechanical engineering class to me now.
It's an electrical engineer. I'm a mechanical engineer, but now by profession I'm more of an electrical engineer. I've been able to restore whatever my father had lost in his own lifetime. He's able to see that.
So now you're on air with Spotify.
I'm honored.
हाय, मैं हूँ आपकी प्यारी वाली वीजे अमन और आप पहुंच चुके हैं अपना फेवरेट स्पॉटिफाई शो देखने के लिए भड़ास विद वीजे अमन एक्सक्लूसिवली ऑन स्पॉटिफाई. और हम लोग अक्सर बात करते हैं उन लोगों की जिनको थाली में ऑलरेडी बिल्टअप बिजनेस मिलते हैं, स्टार्टअप मिलते हैं, लेकिन उन लोगों का क्या जिन्होंने स्क्रैच से शुरू करा व्हेन इवन द बैंक सेड नो टू देम. आज हम ऐसे ही गेस्ट की स्टोरी आप लोगों के पास लेके आए हैं जिनसे मैं पर्सनली बहुत ज़्यादा इंस्पायर्ड हूँ और आप लोग भी इंस्पायर होने वाले हैं क्योंकि इन्होंने ना केवल स्क्रैच से स्टार्ट किया बल्कि ऑन ग्राउंड रियलिटी देखी, उससे बहुत कुछ सीखा और अपना एक एम्पायर बिल्डअप किया. जी हाँ, मैं इस वक्त बात कर रही हूँ, मैं तो उनको बोलूँगी भाई वो एवेंजर हैं अपनी इंडस्ट्री के, ट्रांसफॉर्मर इंडस्ट्री के. तो यहाँ पर मैं बात कर रही हूँ मिस्टर पंकज अग्रवाल हु इज़ द CEO ऑफ जेबी इंडस्ट्रीज. वेलकम टू द शो भड़ास विद विजय अमन.
Good morning, everyone. I am Pankaj Agarwal. I've been managing my industry since past 23 years now. So I am really grateful to the team of Spotify and Ma'am Aman for inviting me over this and giving me the honor to speak to you. आप सबसे रूबरू होने के लिए. Thank you so much.
थैंक यू फॉर योर काइंड वर्ड सर. आज मुझे लगता है हम 23 इयर्स का एक्सपीरियंस लेके जाने वाले हैं हमारे साथ इन अ शॉर्ट स्पैन ऑफ 2 आवर्स ऑफ द टाइम स्लॉट. तो सबसे पहले मतलब मेरे को ये क्यूरियोसिटी है, हर इंसान को एक करंट लगता है कि कहाँ से हम शुरू करते हैं. आपको वो करंट कब लगा कि मुझे कुछ करना है, मुझे ट्रांसफॉर्मर इंडस्ट्री को ट्रांसफॉर्म करना है और स्टेप अप करना है उसके अंदर?
You see, it's a long journey now. I stepped into my industry way back in 2002 after doing my engineering. JB Industries, my industry was started by my grandfather way back in 1981. So, unfortunately, when I joined my industry in 2002, it was running through one of the worst financial stresses of the lifetime. The banks had left funding us. The vendors were not ready to give material to the company. My father was into one of his lowest phases of his life. The customers didn't have the confidence in giving orders to us. Why? Because they were not. Everybody. Whenever you see a ship sinks, or maybe if a ship is into a problem, people generally don't go near the ship. It's a general practice. So likewise, the things were happening with us as well. And being the only son to my parents, I had a moral responsibility of supporting my parents. Obviously, I could have gone into a job, but I decided to stay back. In fact, my family, my second family, third family, everybody suggested that Pankaj, you should move on. You should not get into the business because it's already into a big time trouble. So it is better you go in, you move on in your life. But I decided to stay back. I thought that let me give it a try. Obviously, I can work out. In case if nothing gets work out in the next 3 to 5 years, I can again switch back to anything else. So, but I wanted to give it a try, and I would say that I am really thankful to God Almighty for helping me out and giving me wisdom under my parents' blessings and my family's support. That we have been doing well since 2002, and it's a full journey we have covered now. And I'm very proud to say that God has been very kind, and we have achieved more than what I could have thought in those days.
Right.
Obviously, देखिए एक इंसान जो for earning more and more money, you can never leave that attitude in your life. But
Yes.
obviously, there's you have to have some kind of satisfaction, which I believe that I have achieved that satisfaction. I'm lucky that I have that satisfaction in myself. Obviously, I'm working. I still love to work, and I am working day and night to achieve more and more. But uh, I'm really thankful to God, and I have achieved whatever was not thought of.
तो आपने ऐसे लॉसेस की बात बताई, यू टॉक्ड अबाउट द फाइनेंशियल डेट एंड द बैंक लोन्स एंड एवरीथिंग. तो अगर मैं बात करूँ व्हेन यू वाज लाइक स्टेपिंग इनटू दिस बिजनेस, तो एज अ पर्सनल अगर मैं सिर्फ एक पंकज की बात करूँ, यू नो बैक देन, तो पंकज के लिए सबसे बड़ा एक होता है ना कि फेयर फैक्टर इकोनॉमिकल था या फिर इमोशनल था? व्हाट वाज लाइक मोर ऑफ इट?
You see, firstly, I was very young in those days to differentiate ki what was negative was on which part. I mean, financial part or emotional part or what was there. I was too young to cite out all those. It was just that I had a zeal into my mind that I had to work. I had to work for my family. I had to work for my industry. So with that particular thing, I had entered the. I had joined my business, and there were both the challenges for me. I would say the financial challenge was also there. The technical challenge was also there because technically, uh, after doing the engineering, in spite of being an engineer, you need a lot of practical knowledge to build a transformer, which obviously I never had. So my father, definitely, he's again a technocrat, and he used to have a lot of. He still has a very good knowledge of the transformers, but still, practically, I had to get into the a lot of theory to read and understand what the transformer was actually in those days. And financially, obviously, as I already told you in the last in your last question, the banks had left us. The banks were not ready to finance us. The customers had left us. The vendors had left us. I had to, during those days, I still remember I had to work around 18 to 20 hours a day. And then I had to look after every single transformer which was being built inside the factory. I had to see that whether the transformer is properly delivered to the customer. Thereafter, I used to approach every single customer to check if they are actually happy. Because I didn't have money to advertise for my brand in those days. We didn't have the money.
Okay.
So the mouth advertisement was the biggest advertisement for us during those days. And one thing I had learned from my father, which I always say, that ethics are your main core. I mean, that's the real strength you can have. My father was always very ethical, may it be good time or a bad time, and likewise he taught me also. And that was the path I always followed. I always because I could see that I started gaining from the very first day following his path. I mean, when I started this business, people started. I mean, whenever I used to go and approach people, I used to tell them the truth. So people started believing me. I mean, they used to tell me that Pankaj Agarwala, you're the only guy who's talking to us in a different way. You're the only guy who's telling us the right thing. Because you see, I always believe whenever you approach anybody, it is before you approach them, your reputation goes there. So you cannot hide anything. You cannot hide anything. I cannot go and say that I'm a multimillionaire when I don't have the 100 rupees note into my pocket. So I can't do that. I never used to do that. I used to go and tell them that we are in bit of a financial crisis. Please help us out. But the product delivery is going to be looked after by myself, and I'm the young blood into the business. So just help me out, and you'll not be regretful. And I think that particular thing has been quite successful.
So were people supportive during that time when you used to tell them?
You see,
Yeah.
I would say not 100%, but 50% were supportive, 50% were, 25% were neutral, and 25% were negative.
So, based on this, I recall people telling, like I have heard on social media or word of mouth, that people often say if you show your business or your venture or your own individual thing successful to others, they are more prone to be a part of your thing. If you show that you are in crisis, they tend to step back. So, आपने कुछ ऐसा experience करा, or do you agree with this statement?
I 100% agree with your statement. You see, we always say that money makes money. But then what to do if you don't have it? You have to, that is what the fight of life is. I mean, if you don't have it, you have to fight for it. You have to live for it, you have to work for it, you have to strive for it. I just believe that a person should not get into the bad things to earn quick buck out of, in case if you don't have, you have, if you're born with a golden spoon, there's nothing like it. I mean, today you have a golden spoon, tomorrow you can move to the spoon which is double the weight.
Yes.
So you can move on to something
Gold
like that.
is already expensive now.
Yeah, gold is very expensive. So, but what if you don't have it? You have to make it. I mean, and then you have to go and talk to people, you have to tell them. And then, I always felt that my father's ethics paid me well. They paid me well. Whenever I used to go, and there were a couple of court cases against us, we were not in a position to hire the advocates to contest them even. So whenever I used to go and meet the other party that I am his son, so we are ready to please settle it with us. They used to honorably do it. I mean,
Wow.
I still feel that my father's ethics and his honesty paid big time.
That I would say is amazing that people actually, were in favor. They
Yeah.
listened to you, they
And
understood you, and gave a chance.
we still follow the core principles what he taught me that day. We still follow. And even as on today, I even teach that to I tell that to my employees, my staff, everybody. I mean, that is the way we always work. We never try to make a quick buck out of anything. We never do
Right.
that.
So if I talk about JB Industries, so what are the products that JB Industries is dealing into?
Mainly, we are into the manufacturing of power and distribution transformers. We are one of the oldest transformers manufacturing concern in North India. We are there since 1981. Uh, Currently, we are making oil-filled transformers. We are making compact substations. We are making specialized transformers, which includes the booster transformers, the earthing transformers, and whatever, I mean, the range I can cover. Now we have ventured out into the cast resin type transformers as well, which can work without the use of an oil. You see, oil, it's a mineral oil which is being used inside the transformer, which is obviously hazardous, and we have developed the transformers which are cast resin transformers, which do not require the oil itself, and they have the equal or maybe even more life as compared to an oil filled transformer, and that too with very minimal losses.
Okay.
So these are the main products we are dealing with. Compact substations which we are building, they are ready to use plug and play devices. A customer just tells us what do they actually need. I mean, on the high voltage side, and on the input side, and then the transformer, and then on the output side, whatever they require. We make a full room kind of thing, and we give it to them. They just have to attach the cables, and they are good to go.
Okay.
They don't have to go in for any kind of hassles of getting the systems laid down there on the field, and waiting for the readiness, or maybe getting them tested. Everything is ready, tested, factory fitted, ready, tested. We give it to the customer, and they are able to use it. So that's a plug and play device we are doing. Then we are manufacturing amorphous core transformers, which are ultra high energy efficiency transformers. We got this technology in 2018, and since then we have been building these transformers. We have been awarded for making the most energy efficient transformer by the Union Power Minister, Mr. R.K. Singh, in 2021.
That must have been life-changing moment.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a big feather in our cap.
Yeah.
And me and my father were lucky enough to receive the award directly from the honorable minister. And obviously, we were in the air. We felt. I mean, it's very good for me that
Yeah.
I have been able to restore whatever my father had lost in his own lifetime. He's
Right.
able to see that.
So now you're on air with Spotify.
I'm honored. I'm honored for that.
Thank you so much. So with transformers, when we talk about layman, so layman is not aware what exactly is transformer. Like, does it store electricity prior and then it pass the electricity? Like, if you can make it easy for people to understand in a very layman language.
I'll be a little technical, I think,
Yes,
but
yes.
still I'll be very easy in explaining the
Yeah.
things. A transformer is not producing the electricity. It is not producing the electricity. Neither is it storing the electricity. To store the electricity, you need batteries. So transformer has nothing to do with the battery.
Okay.
Transformer basically transforms electricity in a form which can be carried from where the electricity is being generated at high voltage to the places where we live in, then transforms it back to the lower voltage, which you generally called कॉल 415 वोल्ट या 250 वोल्ट जो घरों में आप लोग यूज़ करते हैं,
Yes.
उसको उस वोल्टेज पे लाके आपको घर में लाने के लिए, हॉस्पिटल्स में देने के लिए, स्कूल्स में देने के लिए, बिकॉज ऑब्वियसली यू कैनॉट हैव एन 11 kV flowing into your system, or maybe you cannot have 22 kV. Now why is the need to step it up where the electricity is generated? आप कहेंगे कि आप इलेक्ट्रिसिटी जनरेट ही सीधा 250 वोल्ट पे करके ले आइए घर तक, सो वाई इज द ट्रांसफॉर्मर नीडेड? यू सी, एनी इलेक्ट्रिसिटी इफ इट इज बीइंग transported over a long distance at a lower voltage, it amounts to a lot of losses, line losses जिसको हम कहते हैं. And you know the country, our honorable prime minister, he has been working very hard. In fact, I would say every government has been working very hard for making the country self-reliable, for making the country, the states, the cities energy efficient, less global heating, less global warming, less losses. So that is where a transformer plays a vital role. It transforms the electricity where it is generated to the high voltage. It transmits the high voltage, the electricity through high voltage over the lines which you see, big lines, and thus emitting lower losses. And then it, again, one transformer you have where you live, near to your vicinity, you people see double pole structure पे लगे होते हैं या substations छोटे लगे होते हैं, तो वहाँ पे we step it down, and then finally आपके घरों तक लाइन वोल्टेज इलेक्ट्रिसिटी लाई जाती है आपके. सो दैट इज वेयर ट्रांसफार्मर काउंट्स. But
So it's a
transformer,
kind
I
of
would
a-
say, transformer, I would say it's a backbone of the country. Why? Because it is one of the most vital things for a country to run. Running a country without electricity, proper network of electricity, is not possible. A transformer plays a very vital role into that. Why? It gets electricity from where it is being generated to various institutions like schools, hospitals, your homes, shops, restaurants, hotels, so everywhere. So it is like that.
So we can say it in a more basic language. It's a transportation of electricity, and it controls the
It's a
electricity.
device. It's a
Yeah.
device to transform, to trans up the voltage and then trans down the voltage. It
It's
is not
controlling
carrying the
basically.
electricity. Yeah, it is basically वो ऊपर वोल्टेज लेवल बढ़ाता है ताकि उसको ट्रांसपोर्ट आप हाई वोल्टेज पे कर सकें लोअर लॉसेस के लिए. फिर आप घर पे, क्योंकि आप हाई वोल्टेज नहीं यूज़ कर सकते, सो देन वो आपको स्टेप डाउन करके देता है वहाँ पे सेकंड ट्रांसफार्मर, सो ताकि आप उसको घर में यूज़ कर सकें.
Right.
So a transformer can be step up as well as step down.
So also it is a mandatory kind of a thing now, I believe.
It
That,
is
you
a
know,
mandatory thing
yeah.
unless and until you can transmit an electricity without having any line losses. And if you get into the details, scientific details, अगर आप किसी भी line, electricity line को -273 degrees Celsius पे ले आते हैं, so then you can transmit the electricity on a normal voltage without having any line losses, which is factually not possible. How will you get it to that temperature?
Yeah.
That is how it is. So that is how. I mean, that's not possible. That's
Right,
fictitious.
right.
That's not
Right.
possible.
So it's feel like a mechanical engineering class to me now.
It's an electrical engineer. I'm a mechanical engineer, but now by profession, I'm more of an electrical engineer. I design transformers. Whatever R&D is being done in the company, I do it by myself with obviously my team members. So, but I'm very much onto the technical part in the industry.
Right. So me being a commerce student is able to learn the technicalities now from you.
That's
Yes.
nice. That's nice.
So does genset have anything to do with the transformer? Are they connected?
Genset is generating the light. It is generating the electricity. It's a genset generator. It is generating the light. Transformer is transforming, and then that light is being transported to your home, then again transforming it back to your use. That's it. You know, it is only transforming. It is synonymous with its name. It is transforming. It is generating.
So back then when you started working on, I would say day one की बात करते हैं आपकी वर्क प्लेस की, तो डिड यू हैड एन आइडिया कि, या ऐसे कंफ्यूजन होती है फ्रॉम वेयर शुड आई नाउ स्टार्ट डूइंग और व्हाट शुड आई स्टार्ट डूइंग?
बहुत कंफ्यूजन होता था मैम, बहुत ज़्यादा. आई मीन समझ ही नहीं आता था.
ओके.
और जाते हुए बीइंग एन इंजीनियर फादर के पास जाके पूछते हुए भी डर लगता था कि ये क्या हो रहा है. एंड एक दो बारी पूछा तो वो कहते कि जाओ खुद ही देख लो जाके. सो यू नो द थिंग्स वर लाइक दैट. बट देन विद पैसेज ऑफ टाइम आई कुड लर्न, बिकॉज I would say unfortunate or fortunate, I had to do so much practically. I had to build a transformer. I mean, I actually built a transformer by myself. I used to wind, I used to assemble, I used to tank them up, I used to test. I mean, you know, initially when I had joined the business, we didn't have even a single person working for us. It was only one man who was still there with us in the old times. I
Okay.
would not name him, and he's still there with us, and I have
Okay.
a very high respect for him.
Okay.
We didn't have anybody, and you know, I used to as I told you, I used to work for 18 to 20 hours. I used to get the transformers made. I used to get the manufacturing done. I used to test them. I used to get them tested to my customers. By virtue of which I reduced the administrative expenses almost to the zero level. So, which I always used to feel that the money saved is money earned. So that is how I actually earned in those days. So I
by
was having
saving.
nobody for my help. And thereafter, you are a commerce student. So I used to, I learned accounts also.
Okay.
I used to feed every single bill by myself into the software, and then I used to make the balance sheet. I used to study the balance sheet. I used to make the CMA data for my bank.
Did it ever match the
CMA.
balance sheet?
Oh yes, absolutely. It was
Mine
perfectly
never.
done, and I still do it. And I still do it.
Okay.
I mean, I can still sit and discuss financials with any good high level person, which I have to do these days. Which I enjoy doing that because I had learned the basics in those days.
Right,
So I can
right.
say that it was fortunate and as well as unfortunate for me. I had to. I mean, it was unfortunate for my family but then fortunate for me that I could learn so much.
Yeah.
Because you see, in case if I would have been just sitting on the main chair and dictating the things, I wouldn't have learned so much. And I also feel at the same time what respect I command into my industry. May it be a worker working on the shop floor, or may it be the senior staff member. I think that maybe everybody knows that what I have done for the company and what I have done for the family.
Because of that, nobody can tell you stories about any kind of work or any kind of technical thing because you know what technicality is because you have worked on ground.
Yes, technicalities I know,
Yes.
and obviously financially also I am very sound about all the figures whatever are there in the balance sheet. I used to handle a lot of cases which were there on my father, so I used to draft the petitions. I used to
Oh, so many
file the
advocate.
rejoinders. I used to file the evidences. I used to contest the cases. I
Okay.
used to study a lot of law books, so I could learn that also, and. It's a long journey and still going on, I would say.
Thank God you have not learned how to do podcasts.
So you'll teach me today.
Yeah, then you'll be on the other side of the chair, I believe. So how much time वो जो आप ट्रांसफॉर्मर बिल्ड करते थे बैक देन कितना टाइम उसमें लगता था एक ट्रांसफॉर्मर बिल्डअप में?
I would be happy to say that every 2 minutes I was making a transformer, like Mercedes says.
Seriously, 2 minutes?
No. I said I would be happy.
Okay.
Actually, you see, when I joined, we didn't have money to make new transformers. We started repairing the transformers, which in those days nobody else was doing into the market. There were other
Okay.
players who were not ready to do the repairs for a particular PSU. I would not name the PSU. We started repairing the transformers. Those PSU senior officials, they weren't able to get the transformers repaired, so we approached and we requested that we are ready to do it. So they gave us the work to repair the transformers. And the other people in the industry, they used to say, I mean, very near to me, they used to say that whatever these both father and son duo they'll have the left outs, they will have to sell that also, and they will have to run from the market.
Okay.
Because what prices we took for repairing the transformers, they were not feasible to anyone else. Why? Because they had a lot of administrative expenses and nobody was. You see, repairing the transformers involved the designing of each and every transformer. Now again, this was a major step which I took. Which again I feel proud of. I built a software in those days
Okay.
for designing the transformer. During that period, transformers were being designed by my father manually with a little help of the computers, but they were designed manually. So at times he was not in a position to design more than 2 or 3 transformers a day, or maybe max to max 4, because you have to spend a lot of time while designing a full transformer. So when I joined the business, I saw that this is one of the bottlenecks for repairing the transformers.
Okay.
Because while repairing the transformers, you have to design n number of transformers on the daily basis. Every transformer is different. You have to design every transformer. So I made that software in those days. To me, it was kind of an AI software, which obviously in those days I never knew that a term would come in the future known as AI. I never used to call it as an AI software.
Okay.
So, but now I think that it had its own brain to think and to reiterate the best design available for a transformer, which to me उस समय तो पता ही नहीं था कि AI होता क्या या कभी आएगा भी AI.
Right.
So वो किया, फिर उसके बाद then we started repairing the transformers. And 3 months down the line, I still remember people started saying, "Oh जी बहुत कमा लिया जी, कमाल हो गया जी, कमाल हो गया, कमाल ही कर दिया जी, कमाल हो गया." The people started approaching the same PSU for giving them the work. the
Okay.
same kind of work at the same prices. The other. So then PSU was also nice that they said ki nothing doing. If they are working, let them work. That was a good part on the
So the loyalty was maintained, I
PSU.
would say.
Yeah, loyalty
from
was
their
maintained.
point.
And from there we started. Then I started working. That was one of the core strengths why I could design the transformers. Firstly, then it was every single design was very confidential because
Okay.
everything was into my own hands. It was very confidential. And then the designs were so spick and span. The failure while production, it came down to almost zero. Every single transformer was able to. I mean, I could see that every single transformer, what will be the voltage stress on every single layer of the coil, what should be the shape of the coil, what should be the insulation of the coil, what should be the for the losses. I could see that, I mean, this particular design will give me the required set of losses or not. Before even manufacturing a transformer, I could see the real result of that every single transformer. So that was a major edge for me. And with that, obviously, you see, बहुत जल्दी बात फैल जाती है कि they have such thing. So
Right.
people started approaching us to buy that software, which obviously I never gave.
Oh.
And I've still not given. Though I'm not using that software because nowadays we have built much more
Advanced.
efficient and advanced
Right,
software with the
right.
actual AI integrated.
Okay.
But still, that software, I've kept it as one of my legacy softwares, which I still love. And I still remember the small password I had kept for that particular software. And I have
Okay.
not kept it into anybody else, into anything else. It's not an online software. The password cannot be leaked. And
Is
it
it
is
still
and it is,
operatable?
yes, it is still operatable. And
Okay.
it is still in the old laptop. It is still lying with me.
Okay.
Safe and sound. I would like to pass it on to my grandchildren.
But I would love to see how it works. Anytime,
Yes,
next time in the
anytime.
industry.
Oh yeah, I'll be more than delighted. I'll be more than delighted. Then I started working on the backward integration. We felt that a transformer requires a lot of aluminium and copper wires to be used inside. And controlling the quality of this one major raw material was a very major thing for us. So then we placed up a very small unit inside the same unit for
Okay.
making the wires from aluminium and copper, which was again a very big success for us. We started saving a good amount of money out of that. The wastage became zero. Whatever length of wire we used to require for making the coils, we started building the exact spools size for that. And I could control a lot of things. For that again, I built a lot of online things. I've been always very impressed with the technology. I've always loved. I always believe, and I always tell to my children, my kids, my family, that technology is the thing which actually takes you, which actually gives you an edge over the other people. Now again, if you can do it by your own self and make a cheaper version of that particular technology, it is your super edge, I would say. Right. Otherwise, you have to buy the technology from outside. But then always, I believe that technology is the thing which will drive you for a longer period. And it will give you an edge. And finally, today, after the investing a little amount on the technology or maybe more amount on the technology, you will find after 5 years that you have been benefited out of it. So that is what I've been doing, and I continuously keep doing that.
So can I say, if you would have not been into the transformer industry, so you would have been a software engineer?
I would have been an automobile engineer.
Acha. Okay. So and you're very fond of making these softwares. Is it that you want to make your work easier, or you're just like fond of making
I love
software?
to do that. I love to do that. As of now also, after so many years, I still work on a lot of softwares, which I build for my own company. For my own company. And my people, they're very happy in using those softwares. At times, we have tried to move my people from my own built softwares to the ready-built softwares from the market, and they have refused. We have used, we have checked them. Because you see, there are some limitations of time which I can give to the software whenever I make it. A person sitting in the market, or maybe a big company sitting in the market, will obviously put many of the more features and options in the software which they will give. But my people, they are very, very happy because my softwares are very transformer industry specific.
Limited to your work area.
Yeah. And they take care of the transformer industry in that specific way. We generally always say that in any car, having the physical old style buttons is always more comfortable. We always say that.
Yeah.
Hai na? So, old school. So my softwares are like that. I mean, they're very crisp and clearly made only for the transformer industry. So no extra things, no confusions, very easy to understand, very easy to work on, and very easily understandable and specifically for the transformer industry. So my people, they just want to work on it. So that's a dream for me. Tomorrow, if God permits, and if I have so much of working strength, I would love to come up with a parallel JB under the JB's brand, a software parallel wherein we'll build the softwares for the transformer industry and we'll give it to the other people for using it, obviously at a minimal cost, whatever, and which will do good for the industry. It will analyze why is the failure being done and which design is giving the failure. It will auto-analyze. I'm already working on to that. That will take some time, but then let's see what God Almighty does.
So don't you think if you give the software, like you're saying, to build a parallel brand for software, and if you give it to the other transformer people, the organization, will it not impact JB Industries sales or things like other way around? Don't you feel like that?
इसका मैं हमेशा कहता हूँ वन लाइन, सबका आस सबका विकास. सबको बढ़ने दो, सबको खाने दो, सभी की इंडस्ट्री है. एवरीबडी शुड हैव द रिक्विजिट अमाउंट. नोबडी शुड बी ग्रीडी कि मैं उनका भी खा लूँ. फाइनली पेट खराब हो जाएगा. आपको एट द एंड ऑफ द डे यू रिक्वायर 2 chapatis in the night, 1 chapati in the morning, 1 chapati in the afternoon, or maybe 2 chapatis at the most. You do not require more. So why so much of greed? Let everybody enjoy.
Right.
At the end of the day, you see, whatever you give to the society, it automatically comes back to you. Even if a single individual will not give you, maybe किसी और फॉर्म में आपके पास आएगा.
Right.
आ जाएगा पर आपके पास. मैंने अपने एक्सपीरियंस से लर्न किया है. जस्ट डू गुड टू एवरीबडी. कोई इतना वो नहीं होता मैम, हेल्प कर लीजिए तो उसमें कोई वो मतलब इट इज नॉट आई विल नॉट बी हेल्पिंग इट आउट, विल बी अल्टीमेटली सेलिंग द सॉफ्टवेयर, बट देन आई हार्डली मैटर्स, यू नो, इट इज योर डेस्टिनी. इट वाज दिस फॉल और व्हाटएवर आई हैव बाय गॉड्स ग्रेस आई हैव, इट वाज इनटू माय, इट वाज destined. It was destined for me to work in those days. It was destined to suffer under those hardships. It's like that.
But I think the choice is always given whether to work or not to work. Then I think you choose the best option of doing that hard work, I believe. Right. Then only I think destiny.
What
plays
else
its
will you
role.
do? I mean, you see, at some point of time, you realize that money earning is very important. Obviously, it is one of the most important things in life. But then self-satisfaction and self-motivation, self-satisfaction, why do you have to get up in the morning? What will you do?
Yeah.
That is also very important.
True.
You should have an aim in your life that you will keep working. I have an aim that I will keep working till the last breath of my life.
Right.
Obviously, I always say the last thing if I have to do, I will drive a good sports car. But then I will keep working in my life. So that is how it is.
So जब हम ट्रांसफॉर्मर्स की बात करते हैं, जैसे मोबाइल की बात होगी, मोबाइल में सॉफ्टवेयर अपडेट होते हैं या कुछ न्यू टेक्नोलॉजी आती है मार्केट में, तो आई बिलीव जेबी इज़ ऑलवेज नोन फॉर ब्रिंगिंग द लेटेस्ट टेक्नोलॉजी इन द कंट्री. तो आप वो चीज़ को कैसे मेंटेन करते हैं? लाइक हाउ डू यू ड्राइव द आइडिया एंड हाउ डू यू मेक पीपल अडेप्टेबल टू एक्सेप्ट द न्यू टेक्नोलॉजी नाउ?
Ma'am, it is difficult because you see, for a transformer, we are dealing with two kinds of customers. One are the government customers and the other are the private customers. For government, it's a long process. We go and tell them ki sab, this is a new technology. At times they have a lot of questions and it is not that 100% we are always correct.
Okay.
When every brain has got its own idea. When we present our idea in front of 100 brains, they come out they give us some negatives and positives of our own idea, and at times we feel that nahi, ये ठीक नहीं है, or maybe then if at times they feel that it is good, then they have adapted the ideas. It is a difficult process, and likewise it is for the private customer also. Private customers के लिए, ma'am, I feel that branding is more important and building a trust is very important. That you go and when you sit in front of your customer and tell him that I'm telling you to buy this, he should be convinced that if Pankaj Agarwala is saying to buy this, he should be ready to buy that. Now that is my legacy which I create.
Right.
That is my quality if I am able to create that. If I am not able to create, then nobody's going to help me out.
Right.
But you should not be saying that today, okay, you buy a 1 lakh rupee thing and उसने जब बेचारे ने ऑर्डर दे दिया तो यार अंदर से पुराने और 70 वाला ही दे दे यार, कुछ नहीं, ये नहीं, वो नहीं होना चाहिए. वो नहीं. I always, ethics have to be there because ultimately somebody is watching. You know, what is ethic?
Right.
I always say that don't go in for the dictionary meaning, but what is ethics? Ethics and integrity, you see, I would say that they are synonymous. Now, in case if you ask me about the ethics or integrity, I would say that it is a principle of doing something correctly while nobody is watching you. And your inner conscious is only watching you.
Right.
So that is very important. Building a trust with your customer is very important, ma'am. So that whenever you come out with a new idea, your customer should be ready to accept that. हाँ ठीक है, अगर नया फ़ोन इस कंपनी ने लॉन्च किया तो ले लो.
Right. No matter what.
अगर नई ये मॉडल निकाला है गाड़ी ने तो ले लो. So
Yes.
वो अब आपकी अपनी क्वालिटी है, आपकी अपनी
Right.
लेगेसी आप कैसे बनाओगे.
True, true.
कस्टमर तो रेडी होता है लेने के लिए, बट इट ऑल डिपेंड्स हम लोग कितना अच्छा काम करते हैं, बाद में उसको हम कितना ओन करते हैं. एट टाइम्स हमारे कभी कोई अगर कोई बीच में कोई मैम डिज़ाइन गलत होता भी है, सो देन वी रेसिप्रोकेट एंड देन वी कॉल इट बैक एंड देन वी गिव अ न्यू. कभी हुआ भी है, हमने दिया भी है, देन वी डू इट.
Okay.
We do it. Now that's a thing which I always honor.
And what is usually the time span of like replacing the old transformer with the new one?
Ma'am, generally we keep it below 4 hours. In case if it is in the nearby vicinity, say maybe 1,000 kilometers distance, we generally keep it 4 hours. We have our own service centers, pan India. So we generally give it. And maybe if it is a very big transformer which has to be brought to the factory, or maybe we do not have a replacement transformer, then we can't help it out. But then still also we then manage within 2 to 3 days whether maybe we have to pay to somebody else to get the replacement transformer given to the customer, and we keep that, and we have everything in transparent whenever we sign a new sales order with a new customer. So that is given in written. Everything is quantifiable, everything is digital, nothing analog.
Okay.
Nothing analog with us.
Back then when you made this USP of selling the products, the transformer, at a lower cost because you had no administrative cost, you told. So is JB able to maintain that same legacy now in 2025, I would say?
Ma'am, truly, you see, in those days, the things were different. These days, we have some administrative costs. Obviously, in the industry, we have the lowest cost. In the industry, everybody knows that we have the lowest cost because
Till today?
till today.
Okay.
Why? Because we have very nice automized softwares working for us. They work for us, and since the day one, I have been always after that I need to build systems. When I build a system, the system will automatically work for me. I don't have to work for it then. So I've been working on all these systems, may it be the raw material procurement, may it be the raw material checking, may it be the payment release system. We have a very nice, strong payment release system to our vendors. I mean, vendors, they generally call it, by God's grace, that if we are giving material to JB, the money is almost lying in the RBI. They call it that, and we feel proud for that.
Right.
So we are very transparent into that. We never pick and choose. We never do that. We never do that. I mean, even if my people at times, even there's a one single day delay, and if I come to know, I tell them, don't do that. Yaar. Matlab, everybody has got its own cost. Never do that. So my people also have, my boys, they are also of the same nature now. And then we are very transparent with the customers. We never try to overcharge for whatever we are giving to them. We never try to, you see, at times our customers, they come to us, they tell us कि नहीं साहब X size का transformer दे दीजिए हमारे को. We always introspect that why do you actually require this X size, because at times, you know, they have a load of X by 2. So they require a transformer worth X by 2. Why? Because initially they'll be spending more on the capital cost, and thereafter they'll be spending more on the losses of the transformer. A bigger transformer will obviously have greater losses. So we always introspect, my sales team, they always introspect, and they come up, they give them the actual solution, what they actually need. In case if their system works with steel, we will not sell them brass. If their system works with brass, we will not sell them gold. So that is very clear to my sales team and my people, that don't try to sell what you have.
Right.
Just sell them what they want.
Yeah.
What they actually want. At
The
times,
solution,
at times
basically.
the customer also doesn't have the knowledge as to what he has to buy. So as my own ethical study, I always say that don't loot anyone. I mean, there is no point. There's no point. Whatever you give to the society, that comes back to you.
And one very question I'm very curious to ask, because I think the layman is not aware. Transformers में अभी latest technology क्या चल रही है? Like what is there in the market?
You see, firstly, like I've already told you, the government is working very hard to make the whatever equipment they are buying, make it more energy efficient. Like you people are in the layman's language, you are generally buying a refrigerator or maybe an air conditioner. You see a 1.5 ton air conditioner, same 1.5 ton at times costs you 35,000, the same costs you 40, the same costs you 45, for the same costs 50. Why? Now that is because it has got different energy efficiency levels. A 35,000 air conditioner might eat up 2 units an hour. A 40,000 rupees air conditioner might eat 1.75 units. So that is how you calculate the real cost of an air conditioner. A real
Right.
cost of an air conditioner is not the initial cost at what you're buying. It is actually the total owning cost. The initial cost plus the losses cost, the units cost, what you are incurring in the full span of that air conditioner. Likewise, we do it for the transformer also. So firstly, we are working to build up the transformers, to get them type tested, to get them the prototypes approved for the higher and higher energy efficiency level transformers. Like I told you, in 2021, we built up the most energy efficient transformer of India, for which we were awarded also,
Right.
directly from the Union Power Minister. Firstly, building the same kind of transformer with the higher energy efficiency levels. Secondly, we, like I told you, in 2018 we got the technology of making the amorphous transformers, which is an ultra high energy efficient raw material, which is being used into your iPhones, into your Samsung phones, into high-end phones also. So we have started building the transformers using that particular raw material as well.
So what is the use of that raw material in the
That
phone?
makes you capable of designing a transformer right up to level energy efficiency level 5. Otherwise, generally with the older technology, generally up to level 2 or max to max level 3 is achievable. That too, when you move up to level 3 energy efficiency level, the cost becomes very high. Whereas with this new material amorphous, you can achieve a level energy efficiency level 5 at the very minimal cost.
Is this level all about the star ratings we see
Star
on the
ratings,
products?
yeah, it is level energy efficiency level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 means star rating 1, star rating 2, star rating 3, star rating 4, star rating 5. So that is synonymous. The second is, like I told you, we have now ventured out into the cast resin transformers, wherein a transformer limb is totally encapsulated inside the special resin, and it is absolutely safe. Then you can place it in your room here, you can place it in the basement, you can place it on the top. I mean, wherever you are, you have. And then there is no oil spillage, there is no deterioration of the winding, anything. If it is properly designed and properly made with the proper ventilation, it will not go off over the years. Even if the water goes above that, you dry it up and you use it, you will be able to use it again. I mean, that's the beauty of that technology.
So it's not prone to catch fire or something?
It will not. In fact, we have come up with a technology wherein we have polymers, which if we use in the winding of this particular transformer, that will help to douse off the fire also.
Okay.
Like you must have heard about the special fire retardant wires being used
Yes,
in that,
yes,
because the
yes.
fumes which come out of those insulation of the wire, that helps you douse down the fire. So likewise, we are now capable of making those transformers also. And further to this, we have developed cast resin transformers with very low losses, which were not there earlier in the market.
Okay.
We have been able to develop that with the special kind of IP44 protection, which generally these transformers are being built with IP23 protection. IP44 is very difficult for these transformers. So we have been able to do that with the proper cooling system and everything. We have come up with it, and the prototypes are already under testing. I think very soon we'll be launching them into the market.
Oh, that's
so that
lovely.
is the new thing we are doing in the
Great,
transformer.
great.
We try and keep doing the new things at the minimal cost. That's the beauty of the Indian engineering of I would say that getting the global excellence with the local wisdom and at the minimal cost.
That's why we say vocal for local, I believe.
Oh yes, absolutely.
Swadeshi.
Make in India. Make in India.
Yes, make in India. True.
Yeah.
कोई ऐसा भी transformer होता है which is related to solar panel or something? कोई ऐसा technology?
We
do
are
have?
manufacturing solar IDT transformers.
What is that?
You see, whatever solar power plants you are seeing, people are putting up all around Indian subcontinent. The energy developed in those areas has to be again stepped up, and then it has to be transmitted. So the transformers being used with the in couple with the solar inverters, they are known as solar IDT transformers. So we have now ventured into that also. We are making the solar IDT transformers, and yes, we have been supplying these transformers to a lot of solar power generating places. So we've been.
So is it the same thing that we see in a lot of agriculture land? People
No.
have done a plant setup of solar.
They are individual motor transformers, which generally PSUs are buying and giving to the farming sector. But obviously, the technology-wise, they are the normal distribution transformers, I would say. But these solar IDTs are totally different.
Okay.
They are multi-winding transformers, solar hydrogen. It's a total different design. So we are using foil winding to make those transformers.
And how do you make yourself come into that rank one always to initiate and innovate and bring in the market the latest technology? Like, why not other
No, no,
brands?
I wouldn't say that
What is
we.
that SOP or
You see,
USP?
I won't say that we are ranked number one. I can't say that because अपने मुंह मियाँ मिट्ठू तो नहीं कहेंगे.
That is why we are saying, because we have
Yeah,
researched
that's
and we have
nice of you.
found.
That's nice of you. But it is just that a few of our team members and myself, we are always into investing into the R&D of the transformers, which we are doing in house. And maybe because of that, and we always try and venture out into the new things. Maybe because of that.
So you have a dedicated team who's always like into the R&D, you would
Yeah,
say.
yeah, and
Right.
it is personally being looked after by me.
Okay, lovely. So now latestly you are working into the solar thing.
Solar thing we have already developed. Solar thing we have already developed. Majorly, we are working on to produce more and more loss efficient CRT transformers.
Right. Which you just mentioned.
Yeah, with the
Right.
remote control system for operating the voltages and everything. We are more or less involved into that.
सो इफ़ यू टॉक अबाउट AI, जैसे आपने AI की बात करी, जब उस टाइम पे ये शब्द एग्जिस्ट नहीं करता था, आज AI इज़ अ वेरी बूमिंग इंडस्ट्री, आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस. सो डू यू थिंक दैट AI विल ओवरटेक दिस इंडस्ट्री एज वेल इन टर्म्स ऑफ द मैन फोर्स, द वर्कर्स एंड ऑल, द रोबोट्स बेसिकली?
You see, it's a fad that AI would take over the humans. May it be any industry. I would not say only the transformer industry. Why? It cannot take any industry till the time we don't let it take. I mean, I feel that maybe the young generation, or maybe even the generation in our age also, we are ourselves making us accustomed to the AI. You know, AI is a very good assistant for you till the time you use it professionally and in a right manner. I mean, to be true with you, whatever softwares I make, I do a lot of coding using AI.
Okay.
I do a lot of coding. At least I don't have to sit for hours and write the code and put the semicolons and
do the
commas and
manual
full
things,
stops.
yeah.
There is no need.
Right.
I use AI to the core of writing those codes and then pasting them inside the software editor or whatever it is, and then making the things very fast. Or maybe at times in the old days, which logic I was not able to make at times at all, AI is able to make it very easily. So that is how, I mean, I always feel that AI is a very good assistant to you. It's a very nice technology. It cannot take you over. It will actually help you. It will always help you. But if you will surrender by yourself, I mean, if you will make yourself own dependent on AI, then nothing is going to help it out. I mean, that is not only true with AI, that is true with every other thing. You make yourself dependent on a second human, you'll be dependent on a second human. It is like that.
Yes. It actually helps to save time
You
and
need
do
to
more
have your own
productivity.
power in your own
Yeah.
hands. मतलब मैंने तो क्योंकि खुद काम किया है इतना, so I always feel that today, in case if I know this how to make the CMA data of the bank, so I still have the power to do. Though I don't have time, my people are doing it, or maybe the specialized person who's been hired for that, he is doing it. But then I have the full knowledge. At least I can discuss. I can sit and discuss figures with him. It is just because I have so much of knowledge. I have been working. So maybe because of that.
Right.
So AI will always help you out. May it be any industry, may it be advertising industry, may it be designing industry, may it be. Ultimately, at the end of the day, to give the prompt to the AI, your human brain has to be there. What do you actually
Yes.
want for advertising?
Right.
Right.
I think getting the work done from AI also, you need a brain to
Yes,
get it done.
yes,
Yeah.
yes. You see, if I remember earlier, people used to say that the imported goods are taking over the industry, Indian industry, but nothing. I mean, obviously, some kind of dent is always there because the demand is constant, and if supply is more, the dent is always there. But then, still, it is your own fault that your market is going to somebody else. You need to work.
Right.
You need to work. You can't say that no, मेरा तो time खराब चल रहा है, destiny खराब हो गया. So I always believe into that.
Right. So do you believe in astrology things and all?
Not
Do you
much.
ever?
Not
like
much.
कई बार होता है when we are getting that back then into
Not
losses,
much.
so
Not.
people
I
start
I
consulting.
always say stick to your principles. Do good to others. Don't try to make a quick buck. You will never be at fault for not much longer period, at least.
So by AI, what do you mean? You use ChatGPT or something else you have in
There are
hand?
different tools. I would not
Okay.
like to name them
Okay.
over this. There are different tools. I mean, for different works. Like I told you, I mainly use AI for coding my softwares which I make. So there are different tools which I have to use at times parallelly, which I am using at times. So it is like that.
Because for layman, it's always like either Chat GPT or Google
Because they were the
Gemini.
first ones to get it. They
Yeah,
were the
yeah,
first
yeah.
ones. OpenAI was the first one.
Yes, true.
Thereafter, the other people followed. And the old timers who got hooked up to ChatGPT, they're very happy using ChatGPT still. So, but I have to use multiple bases. Why? Because at
It's more
times I do not
technical.
find the solution on
Yeah.
on one platform, so I have to move to the other platform to get the solution for my own software.
Right.
Otherwise, I mean, otherwise every software is good. I mean, for basic things, every software is good.
So
And
you
why do you actually require it for the basic things? I mean,
right.
you don't require it to write an essay, or you should not write, you don't require it to write an essay,
I
or
think
maybe you don't
kids
require
these days are doing that.
that is the bad thing. They are making themselves dependent.
Yeah.
That is the bad thing. So you can't help it out. I mean, that's
True.
your own created problem, self created problem.
Yeah.
आप कहेंगे कि जी कल को मैं तो जी लिख ही नहीं सकता जी कहीं पर जाके, मैं तो टाइप ही नहीं कर सकता. Why? Because you were dependent upon AI when you were small. That is your own fault. आप shortcuts जब भी लोगे तो कहीं ना कहीं फंसोगे.
Very true.
There is no shortcut.
So if I talk about JB Industries is being very much eco-conscious. So what is the industry doing for the environment?
You see, we are very much into the reuse of the things, whatever we are processing in house. Reusing, I mean to say, while the manufacturing is going on, we are very specific for while generating the scrap. We have the tie-ups with the agencies who are licensed by the government to take up the scrap, so that the scrap doesn't go to the normal hands and it is being thrown away into the rivers or maybe into the open. One is that. The second is we believe in reusing whatever we can, like the metal part. We try and generate small things out of the scrap, out of the leftovers of the steel, which we are processing for making the tanks, the outer shells of the transformer. Whatever steel is
Okay.
being left, we have the leftover. We have built small tools for that. So that we are able to generate a lot of stuffs out of that, so that a normal wastage, if a person takes 10% of whatever material they are using, we are almost doing 2 to 3%. Again, that saves us cost also. National saving is also there, and then obviously it saves us cost, and then the saving is there. So we have gone paperless. We have
Okay.
I mean, everything is on the cloud. We've gone paperless. I try and tell my people, whatever is absolutely necessary, only print that, only keep it in the file. Otherwise, keep everything online. I mean, it is easier for you. You can watch it. You can access it through your mobile, sitting at home, and wherever. And that is how I mean, the minimal set of people working in my factory, they're able to do the job of one person can do the job of 5 people, I would say. Why? Because we have tried and developed such kind of tools wherein they don't have to sit always in the office, sit for late hours in the office and do the necessary work. They can, I mean, do it from their homes also. We have the in-house apps. We have the in-house built apps, again, which I made and gave it to my people. And I mean, that is all we are trying, so that we can be eco-friendly.
So when we are talking about this reduced wastage and like jo aap repairs when you started back then, I think that is also a part of the reuse and recycle of the things. If I'm not wrong.
Yeah, in those days when we were repairing the transformers, obviously repairing a transformer helps you save a lot of money on the steel and the core of the transformer. You just have to put the new conductor metal, aluminium or copper, and then new oil, and you are ready to go. You're good to go. In fact, if I remember, I remember, sorry, uh, long back, again in those good old days when I used to work, we gave an idea to one of the customers, big customers, who used to scrap the transformers after a particular overage of the transformers,
Okay.
that we can uh, de-escalate the capacity of a transformer and make you have a new transformer with a greater warranty, with the same set of losses as a new transformer.
Okay.
So when I gave them an idea, the senior most person of that particular organization, he asked me, he called me up, "Are you sure that you can do that?" I said, I'm very sure. I've designed it on the papers. So he said me that you develop 5 prototypes.
Okay.
So which I developed. They sent their own team to get them checked in my factory. They checked it up. I still have the report with me. and obviously that was checked, that was certified that this is possible, but then we could not commercialize it.
Okay.
We didn't commercialize it because there were some other things, so we could not commercialize it.
Okay. And what is usually the age of a transformer?
25 years generally.
25
But
years.
we have we you see we are functioning since 1981, so we have our transformers working since 1981 also. And the first customer who took the transformers, we have given them, I mean, just 2 years back we gave them a certificate of the lifetime warranty
Oh,
of
wow.
that particular transformer, and that's a service-free transformer. It is still working.
Okay.
In fact, they wanted us to filter the oil of that transformer. So when I asked them, "Are you facing any issue?" They said no. Then I said, "Then what is the need?"
Right.
And then I immediately floated out that particular document of thanks and gave them a lifetime warranty of that particular transformer. That's a bigger transformer. That's a big transformer.
Okay.
So that was the first transformer to be built from our Batinda unit. So we gave them.
So how many units JB is having?
Currently, we are having 3 units. One in Punjab, that's in Batinda, which is the oldest unit of North India. Second unit we incepted way back in 2009 in Himachal.
Okay.
Third unit we again incepted way back in 2018 in Himachal. Currently, we are planning for a fourth unit. Now let's see how does the things turn up.
We all wish you all the best for
thank
that
you so
fourth
much.
unit.
Thank you
and
so much.
hopefully we'll do again a podcast on that particular fourth unit.
Sure, absolutely. It'll be my
And-
honor.
Yes, and with the new transformer technology that you were talking about.
That'll be my honor.
Yes. So how much time does it take to design a transformer and then bring it to life with all the approvals and testings and everything?
It takes generally 6 months.
Okay.
For all the kinds of approvals, because there's a third party agency, 3-4 agencies wherein the transformer has to go and get tested. All the transformers have to be then BIS and BE certified.
Okay.
All the whichever transformer we are selling into the market, it has to be BIS certified. They every single transformer carries the ISI mark what we are giving. We have the ISI license in all the units, and every single transformer is having the ISI mark on it.
And what kind of opportunities can youngsters see into this industry in terms of employability? Like what people some students are studying MBA, engineering. What all segments can apply for working areas into this
You see,
industry?
it's a complete industry. I mean, it can absorb a generalized person, a non-technocrat also, in the accounts or maybe in the sales or maybe something like that. And then obviously it is highly technical to get into the R&D and then to get into a lot of stuff. So then for transformer industry, servicing is a very important thing. For which we have made a very nice software which which automatically tells you which transformer is lying where, and then how you have to, when was it given back to us, why did it fail. That is an in-house software which is again we are planning. So for me, a software engineer also has a very major role in the industry in case if somebody has the vision of making the transformer industry equipped with the software. But what I feel, I mean, major of the industry is still being run in an old-fashioned way. That is one of the worst things. I would say it's a curse that still the industry is being run in an old-fashioned way. I mean, still the old records and the things reconciliation with the customers, data reconciliation with the customers is a problem. Then transformers, one of the very major problems as an entrepreneur while managing the transformer unit is the overloading of the transformers countrywide. I mean, whatever transformers are being used, in fact, I would say they are being misused.
Okay.
By being overloaded by the at the customer's end, and which causes a trouble for an entrepreneur. But obviously, we are bound with the warranty terms and conditions as an industry. We have to honor that. So, but then that's a major problem. We are trying to build that kind of. I mean, our software tells us once we feed the particular data of the site data into the system, it tells us. I mean, was it overloaded or not overloaded? What could have been the real reason of the damage of the transformer, and which area is particularly more prone to damage. And then all those blah blah small things we are doing it.
So what consequences customer has to face if they are doing this overloading? Like what are the
you see things? as top man, I generally do not get into all that. Running out of the warranty, trying to run out of, or maybe telling the customer that you have damaged this deliberately, we will not repair your transformer. We never do that. It is just that whenever we come to know, we just go and request them कि साहब अभी तो हम करके दे रहे हैं, आप please request है इसको आगे मत करिए, so that at least we also need to save something out of it. If we have sold a particular transformer to you, at the end of the day we also have to run the factory, we have to give the work to so many people, we also have to earn out of it, so please do not do that. We just request. Otherwise, I mean, you can do anything. You can run out of the warranty. You can charge for it if it is mishandled. You see, whatever warranty we are giving for a transformer which is being used in a proper fashion, proper way. So anything which is being misused doesn't carry the manufacturer's warranty, but we generally do that.
And how much warranty period is there?
It all depends upon the transformer to transformer, customer to customer, need to need, and then contract to contract. It generally starts from 12 months, extends up to 72 months. Like that.
That's a good number indeed.
It's a very big number.
So I have a very funny question coming in my mind. When we go, like when we are traveling, हम वो ऊपर जो wires देखते हैं, तो उसमें एक वो पर्स जैसा चीज लगा होता है black color का. You must have noticed. Does that have anything to do with the electricity or the transforming or the
black color का तो बहुत कुछ देखता हूँ, but पर्स के फॉर्म में तो नहीं मुझे दिखता. You being a female, you must be recollecting it in the form of purse. I'm sorry.
No, वायर होती है उसके अंदर मार्केट प्लेसेस में मैंने बहुत बार देखा है. इट हैज समथिंग टू डू विद इलेक्ट्रिसिटी. आई डोंट आई हैव नेवर रिसर्च्ड ऑन दैट, बट आई
वायर के ऊपर पर्स लगा दो.
यस
लुई विटॉन. Sorry, मेरे को नहीं पता, but देखिए there are a lot of stuffs, there are a lot of small things which make a full system. Porcelain insulators हैं, discs हैं, geo switches हैं, बहुत कुछ है. I mean there are n number of things. तो मतलब maybe someday we have to go out and then look at that particular purse and then I can tell you the exact thing. Oh yeah, absolutely. You can put that particular picture in this podcast.
Yes, I'll do that. And I'll send you personally that picture.
Sorry, this needs to be edited.
Yeah. So was there a time of your life till today, I would say, that you thought of quitting? That नहीं बहुत हो गया अभी, I cannot do this anymore, or I am not able to see the satisfactory result.
You see, these kind of times were there, number of times I would say, when I mean that was mainly in the start, maybe 2-3 years when I used to sit in the office. I used to feel that it is better for me to get into the job. I am not able to earn out of this, and there are so many back end losses which I have to fulfill. There are so many cases. But then once the things started rolling over, ma'am, I could feel that it's a good thing I'm doing, and I'm doing it for my family, I'm doing it for my father, I'm doing it for my family. So then I was happy.
And how many years or months it took you guys to come out of those losses?
It took us, ma'am, you see, initially for getting that repair work, the first repair work which we took, it took us about 2 hours practically to start it.
Okay.
And as I told you, just 3 months down the line, everything changed. Everything changed because I could build that software. So I used to, it did wonders. And people started getting so much of confidence in us. I mean, the vendors the vendors supported us, the bank supported us again. So the things immediately changed. And then there was no looking back. I worked day and night with my father. He was always there with me. And the best part, I've been very lucky that I have a father like I have. He never used to, from the day one, he never used to say negative on whatever I used to say. Papa, ये करना है, ये कर लें, हाँ ठीक है कर लो. He never used to say कि नहीं तैनू की पता, मैं करावांगा. Never used to say that. I mean, that's the beauty of the relation I still enjoy with him. Obviously, the likes and dislikes, the positives, negatives are always there when two people are sitting, and those are. But I still respect him highly for that. I mean, the kind of confidence he always showed into me, and the kind of confidence he always had into me, that was commendable in those days. Obviously, today when the God has been so kind and we have achieved so much, he will obviously not say anything. He can still say, he's the all in all, but he was the one man who never used to say anything negative to me. That beta, jo bhi tu decision le raha hai, theek hi le raha hai.
Right.
He kept full faith in me. That is the beauty. And the best part I like about my journey is that I could, I feel that whatever he lost, I mean, the kind of respect he lost, at least God has been kind. I've been able to restore that for him.
So
I'm very
what
happy.
was the most proudest moment for you as a son, which you have observed ki I have now done something for him actually?
It is really difficult for me to say that. I mean, at times I feel that he feels very happy if something good happens to me.
Okay.
I mean, if I get some kind of recognition, I feel that he has got those twinkle in his eyes. I feel that.
Right.
So I always see that his eyes goes absolutely wet whenever he sees something like that. He
Right.
feels happy. So that is a proud moment for me.
Right.
I feel.
Right. And how do you keep your entire people team connected like towards this work vision and even to you?
Ma'am, I really don't know whether they are actually very happy. I mean, I really can't say that. Matlab, you see, when the boss is there, they have to say yes. But then I maintain very good relations with my people. I try to be very friendly with them. And whenever I find some time, apart from the work, I try and talk to them. Then I tell them ki, again, the ethics and dedication is very important. The regular discipline is very important, I tell them. Maybe they also know about the stories, because obviously, even if you don't go, your thing goes there. So they know about whatever I've done for the company. So I think that they respect me. बाकी तो उनको पता होगा.
Definitely, that is the reason I think they are working for you.
Maybe, yes. The good part is that they are like our family. So we still have people working with us since, as I told you, one person is still there who was there with us in 2002 also when I
Okay.
joined, and he's still there with us.
So he was there prior to 2002 also,
Yes,
right? तो
he's
कितने
there
साल हो गए
almost,
होंगे
मैम उनको 40 years plus हो गए हैं.
Oh my God.
And I have, मतलब उन्होंने मेरे को भी काम करना सिखाया है, हाथ पकड़ के रजिस्टर भी, मतलब उसमें एंट्रीज करनी सिखाई हैं. I still, मैं बोलता भी हूँ, मतलब कि जी,
Right.
मतलब he is absolutely like a father figure, and I really have very high respect for him. Obviously, when now I am the boss, so boss is there, so I still have very high respect for him.
True.
And likewise, I teach my children also that you also have to have a very good relation with your people. I
Yes.
mean, I love all of the guys in all the units. I love them.
So being an entrepreneur, being the CEO of JB Industries, आपके मन में कोई ऐसी भड़ास है अपने एम्प्लॉयज़ को लेके? कोई भी एक आधा कुछ ऐसा पॉइंट होता है विच यू हेट कि ये चीज़ अगर एक वर्कर से या एम्प्लॉय के एटीट्यूड से या बिहेवियर से या स्टाइल से या एनीथिंग could be removed तो they could be more productive?
कई बारी I feel that they are a little demotivated from their faces. I could see. So which I always say कि यार, मतलब होता क्या ना, you see they are young people, they are young bloods. So उनको लगता है कि नहीं, if I am not in this company, I'll go to jump to some other company, I'll get some more, and they must be getting the offers also.
Right.
I don't know. किसी को क्या है, I don't know at the back what's happening. So, but I always tell them कि you see, consistency is also very important. I mean, you need to see the legacy of the company rather than just jumping here and there, and then there should be some consistency in the life. I just keep motivating them like that, which I feel. Otherwise, I don't have any problem with any of the guys. कई बारी क्या होता है, जैसे मेरी generally रहती है nature कि I should help out my people rather than helping others and advertising for that. I need to help out the people who are working for me. कई बारी मैम हुआ है कि एक दो लोग बीच में ऐसे हुए हैं जो बिना बताए भी भाग गए.
अच्छा.
वो सब थोड़ा दुख देता है कि
Okay.
नहीं होना चाहिए. मतलब जब मैं इतना पॉजिटिवली सबका करता हूँ, तो मतलब मेरे को होता है कि नहीं यार, ऐसा मत करो, बोल के जाओ, कोई बात नहीं, उसमें क्या है. आई एम नॉट गोना स्टॉप यू. आप जाओगे तो मैं आपकी हेल्प ही करूँगा.
I thought that I'm the only one जिसके साथ ऐसा हुआ है. But I feel relieved I'm not the only one. Big entrepreneurs face that too.
Oh yes, it is there. It is
Yes,
there.
right. So what are your thoughts about the new world of Gen Zs into their working style? Because you must be having interns coming to you for internship trainings and all.
New Gen Zs, I always feel that they are very distracted. सबसे पहली बात तो ये मोबाइल्स बहुत डिस्ट्रैक्ट करते हैं आजकल के सभी यूथ को. So they are very distracted. I mean, a lot of time of their 8 hours work time is being wasted over the telephones. Secondly, they are not I mean, you see, as an entrepreneur, as the head of the unit, there are hard times. I need to teach them. I need to tell them कि नहीं ये गलत हुआ है नहीं. So they are not very receptive
For
at
taking
times.
feedbacks.
At times I feel. So बाकी तो otherwise I always wish young brains are always good. They are always energetic. They should keep. I mean young brains are always good. So Gen Zs होते तो अच्छे ही हैं.
राइट एंड आई वुड से दैट जब हम बात करते हैं एक वर्क फोर्स इन्वायरमेंट की सो हाउ डू मतलब एंटरप्रेन्योर्स के साथ भी होता है वर्क प्लेस पॉलिटिक्स मतलब बीइंग अ बॉस डू यू फेस वर्क प्लेस पॉलिटिक्स लाइक एम्प्लॉय टू एम्प्लॉय वी हैव ऑलवेज सीन एंड फेल्ट बट ऐसा कुछ होता है कि बीइंग अ बॉस यू फेस वर्क प्लेस
Not much,
पॉलिटिक्स
not much. Maybe, as I told you, my father has been always very supportive for whatever I have done. And obviously, employee to employee तो होता ही है. Sir, he has said that to me. I will not work.
So how do you like
I will
handle
teach him a
that?
lesson. So then I tell them, मैं उनको समझाने की कोशिश करता हूँ. I make them sit with me. I make them have a cup of coffee with me. And then I tell him, यार क्या करोगे लड़के यार. जहाँ पे बात ये है ना कि दो बर्तन होंगे तो वो बजेंगे ही. आवाज़ तो आएगी.
True.
So you have to accept the fact of life. It is like husband and wife. So when you're working on, when you're
Yes.
living in a co-space, that problem is always going to be there. But then सहनशीलता बहुत ज़रूरी है.
Right, true.
That's very important, I feel. So that is what I try and teach them. बाकी तो मैं भी human हूँ, मैं भी गलतियाँ करता हूँ, मैं भी गुस्से में आ जाता हूँ कई बार. So nobody is prone. I mean, you cannot be a god. भगवान भी गुस्से में आते हैं.
Actually, Rodru.
त्रिनेत्र खुलता ही है. So
Yes.
a person can never be 100% and neither one should strive to be 100%. Why? Because you are a human being. You cannot be 100%. आप अपने आप को उस कैटेगरी में मत डालिए. Just be a normal human and good to others. So I always teach them कि यार मत लड़ो, कोई फ़ायदा नहीं है, बाकी आपकी इच्छा है. So I never try to issue a show cause notice, ये वो कुछ नहीं. मैं प्यार से हैंडल करता हूँ. ठीक है यार, आप लोग फैमिली हो. बाकी तो मैम अब यंग ब्लड्स होते हैं ना, फिर वो तो होता तो है ही है.
Angerness and
होता ही है.
everything. Yes.
The angry man is always there. हाँ.
राइट एंड आपने स्टार्टिंग ऑफ द पॉडकास्ट से लेकर अब तक एक वर्ड बहुत रिपीटेडली यूज किया दैट इज द एथिक्स सो आई एक्चुअली वांट टू नो कि वो एथिक्स की डेफिनेशन आपके लिए क्या है.
Ethics, as I told you, I mean, you know, being ethical is like doing something when you're not being watched, doing something correctly, doing something correctly even when it is not profitable, doing something correctly which your customer has actually asked for. And at the end of the day, today, even if you're not making money, tomorrow you will make. You will make. I have seen that. I have seen that.
And I think that will be a more long-term success.
There are customers. I mean, in case even if they will hear this podcast, they will also recollect that
Also,
they left us once.
Okay.
So they've again come back to us, and they are like more like brothers to us now. Ethics बड़े important है. And मैम ये एक आपका ना एक discipline भी बन जाता है life का. I mean, then you become ethical. It's a way you lead your life. You will be ethical to your customers. You will be ethical to your vendors. We are very ethical, I mean, towards vendors also. As I told you, we are very, very transparent. I mean, if the payment date is tomorrow and if tomorrow is going to be holiday, we make it today. So we follow that principle. Then we are ethical towards our employees. We are ethical towards team of people who are working at our home. And so likewise, I mean, it becomes your regular way of working. And then, you know, that the other people also, they get to know that the company is such.
Right.
And you automatically start getting that kind of respect in the society. आपसे पहले आपकी परछाई पहुंच जाती है.
Right.
ये आप मान के चलिए.
जैसे आपसे
You
पहले
cannot-
आपका इंट्रोडक्शन पहुंच जाता है.
You cannot hide that.
Yes, true, very true. एंड जब हम बात करते हैं कि लाइक यू टोल्ड अबाउट योर फैमिली हमने बिजनेस के बारे में काफ़ी बात करी सो you have learned that ethical things, those ethics from your father. So do you feel that this all comes into parenting only, then the child is able to learn?
A child generally starts watching this when he's very small. I mean, how his father is living, how his mother is there, how the other, what they are conversing. I mean, now my children are there. They obviously see कि नहीं ये करना ही है, ये ऐसे होना चाहिए, या जो मैं अभी आपसे बात कर रहा हूँ वही घर में भी बात करता हूँ. एट टाइम्स मे बी वी आर ओवर द डिनर टेबल और मे बी वी आर ट्रैवलिंग. So I understand that ultimately at the end of the day they learn, the kids they learn. Now my kids, they see me working till late in the night. Maybe I am designing a transformer or maybe I am drafting something or maybe whatever it is. I try to do the things by my own self, and I have the knowledge of what is actually happening inside the factories, or maybe what is the product which is going to my customer. So my children are regularly watching that, and I can see. I mean, I can see that it is getting drilled into them. I can see that they are respectful towards the people who are working at our home, and then I mean that is what I can see. It's a very very small thing, but that is what I can see in my children. So a child learns everything. A child's brain is absolutely a clean slate. It's like a clean paper, and the first teacher, the first writer is their own parents. So, like, if you are doing well, if you are doing good to your own parents, then only you can expect a child would do good to you. How can
Because
you
they
expect
see
you're
that,
doing
yeah.
bad to your parents and tomorrow your child will come and ask you, Mummy, Papa, what will you have?
Right, right.
So, you have to, at least your inner conscious is clear. At least your inner conscious is clear if you're good to your own parents.
And when you see and observe the Indian engineering system, what do you feel?
Indian engineering system is still very primitive. I think it needs to be changed. It needs to develop. It needs to adapt to the new things which have come up. New way of learning, new way of practical learning is very very important. आजकल आपका लेटेस्ट आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस इंजीनियरिंग आ गया है. आई फील दैट इट्स अ वेरी गुड स्ट्रीम which government has come up. Uska curriculum, I don't know, I've never checked out the curriculum, but I always feel that it should be designed in a way wherein a child should be, after 4 years of engineering, he should be out with at least so much of knowledge that he should be able to develop one chat GPT. I always feel like that. He should have that kind of practical knowledge. Then even for the basic core branches like mechanical, electrical, आज की डेट में भी मैं फील करता हूँ इलेक्ट्रिकल इंजीनियर जो बच्चे निकलते हैं, whenever they come for an interview to me, even if I ask them basic principles, at times they don't have much of the knowledge, whether they are from tier 1 college or whether they are from tier 3 college. So which I always feel that they are not being exposed to the real practical thing, which is I think it's high time it should be changed.
So in your field, like जैसे हम लोग अगर commerce industry की बात करते हैं, when we talk about sales or HR, human resource, so we talk more on the practical aspect कि how they can handle, how they are good in management. So in your industry, you guys focus more on the book knowledge, or is it equal the practical knowledge as well? Because there must be
Ma'am,
some formulas or something.
you see, I'll tell you, books, they teach you theory. Your own observation teaches you innovation. अगर आपको कुछ innovate करना है ना, तो आपको observe करके learn करना पड़ेगा. So, any youth, any young boy, young girl, they need to be very good observers.
Okay.
The daily inefficiencies, they actually teach you lot of things. They actually make you innovate new things. So I always believe that a mixture of both the things is very important for a nice engineer to be. हम लोग विश्वकर्मा भगवान की पूजा करते हैं because he was a very nice practical engineer.
Yes.
Theoretical is also very important. Degree बहुत ज़रूरी है, but then practical engineering is very important. It's very important. So books, they teach you theory, and your own observation teaches you innovation. It gives you the power to innovate something, which is very important.
So how did you observe that ये repair industry का जो gap आपने उस time पे fill किया था as a monopoly? So how
मैम
did you
होता
got
चला
to
गया,
observe?
होता चला गया. उस समय तो इतना था ही नहीं, विजन ही नहीं था उस समय तो इतना.
So it just
धक्के ही पड़ रहे थे रोज सुबह शाम. कभी कोई केस, कभी कोई केस, कभी कोई केस. इतनी तो अकल ही नहीं थी. और किसी ने इतना समझाया ही नहीं कि कैसे उसको लीड करना है. मैं तो ये कह रहा हूँ कि मैंने धक्के ही बहुत ज़्यादा खाए, तो बस हो गया. चलते चले गए. ऐसा कोई मैं कहूँ कि जी आई वॉज अ विजनरी मैन, नथिंग लाइक दैट. इट जस्ट हैपेंड.
Okay.
Just happened.
And like you just told कि observe करना ज़रूरी है for young people who are planning to pursue their career into this industry. So what are the educational qualification to be kept in mind before entering into this like industry?
Ma'am,
or the basics that you talk
educational,
about?
obviously, it is nice if you can be engineer, if you're an engineer, to be onto the technical side, and then you have to be an MBA in case if you have to be on the sales side, firstly. Obviously, it all depends. If today I require somebody on the technical side, I would be searching for an engineer.
And which engineer we are talking about here? Like mechanical?
Electrical.
Electrical engineer. Okay.
Today, if I wish to have a parallel software wing into my company, I'll be needing these computer engineers.
For the software.
So yeah, so मतलब आपके ऊपर है किस विंग के ऊपर आप फोकस कर रहे हैं, उस फोकस स्पेसिफिक, उस विंग स्पेसिफिक आपको लेना पड़ेगा, आपको इंजीनियर या आपको. बाकी तो मैम अब देखिए, आई बीइंग अ मैकेनिकल, आई एम अ मैकेनिकल इंजीनियर. Transformer was not my line, but then now by profession I'm more of an electrical engineer. I design the transformers, I do a lot of R&D. Then at the same time I do all the accounts. I mean, I don't feed the entries, but I know every nits and bits,
How
yeah, nits and bits of the accounts. And then I am very well known to the financial figures. I can then on the sales part, again I look after being the owner, being the top man. I have to look after the sales, which I do it for the sales team. Then I have to be with the media team for the for again generalized development. Then I have to be with my software team for the in-house development of the softwares which goes on. So as an entrepreneur, obviously now I've learned by virtue of my own experience, I've learned everything. So but then again for hiring we need to, as I said, we need to be very specific. कहाँ कौन से विंग के लिए हम हायर कर रहे हैं, उसमें अलग अलग हैं सभी तरह का. इट्स अ जनरलाइज इंडस्ट्री. सो सभी तरह के इंजीनियर चलते हैं, बाकी तो बिना इंजीनियर के भी चलते हैं, ऐसी कोई बात नहीं.
It's not a
ऐसा कोई,
mandatory.
हाँ, ऐसा नहीं है मैम.
Right.
यू सी आप डिज़ाइन तो मिल ही जाता है, एक बारी हो गया डिज़ाइन तो मिल जाता है, बस उसके बाद आप कर लो, कॉपी
Then
कर
you
लो,
have to just copy
कॉपी
and
कर
do
लो.
it. Right.
जितना मर्जी आप कॉपीराइट ले लो डिज़ाइन का, जो मर्जी कर लो, देन समथिंग कैन बी ट्वीक्ड एंड वेरी इजीली कॉपीड.
Specifically in this AI world, I believe.
ओ या
Right.
या
I don't know. I feel this like I don't know which software you use that you were talking about, but I believe if we are like it goes on the servers, yeah, somewhere or the other.
Yeah.
It's not a confidential thing then.
Yeah,
Do you also
it
believe
has to
that?
be these days to work on. You have everything has to be on the cloud. You can't have it on the offline thing. I mean, you can't. You can. You see. I generally in a week's time I cannot visit my units more than thrice a week. So for the balance 4 days I can't be off the work also. So everything has to be on the cloud to work.
So then, what you do on those like 4 days? You design or you like what you do?
Ma'am, there are a lot of back-end activities. There are a lot of visits, the customer visits, the bank visits. Then, you know, the designing, the planning, everything. I keep doing it because for reaching the factories, I have to travel. Then I ultimately at the end of the day, I've got 24 hours in a day. So in case if I'll put much of the time onto the travel, how will I work?
Right.
So I am very specific. Like 3 days, I try to be in the units with my people, and then balance 3 days I work from my office, and one day I enjoy for my own self. I play. I love to drive good cars.
Okay.
So that is how I do it.
Right. So that's a very the personal side of yours. I think we have known a lot about your business and the things that you have, learned from your father. So if we talk about you as a personal individual, apart from your business identity, so who is Pankaj actually?
I'm a very normal human being. I don't party. I don't socialize much.
Okay.
I get up very early in the morning, generally at 5. Then I have a good round of exercise. I have got a very good gym in house, which I generally explore about for about 1.5 hours during the morning hours. And then generally 8:30 I leave for the office, or maybe 9 if I'm in the local office. Then I get up from the office at about 5. I come back. Then I spend 1 hour with my mother. I take her out for a walk. She's over the wheelchair. I take her out for a walk. And then again, I spend the balance time with my children or maybe with my wife. And weekends, I love to play games. I play golf. I play paddle. I love to drive good cars, sports cars. And that is how I live. I generally do not party much. If at all somebody has invited me, obviously I'll go very happily, and then I'll be an absolute party animal. But otherwise, I'm not a very proactive guy to party. It will not be especially that I'll ask my wife to chalo party karte hain. It is not nothing like that.
Okay.
If somebody invites me, I'm very happily there, and then I will be very nice party guy.
Right.
But then that is how what I am, a very simple guy.
Right. So from your business profile, we get to know that you're very particular for the time at
Yeah.
your workplace, your
I'm
meetings.
very disciplined.
Right.
आई बिलीव दैट आप टाइम की कदर करेंगे तो टाइम आपकी कदर करेगा, एंड वक्त सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट चीज़ है लाइफ में. टाइम इज़ लाइक अ गॉड. सो टाइम, अगर गॉड को आप रिस्पेक्ट नहीं दोगे तो गॉड विल नॉट रिस्पेक्ट यू, एंड टाइम इज़ अ वेरी बिग थिंग. सो आई एम वेरी पर्टिकुलर. आई बिलीव दैट if I'm sitting with you today, you've given me a particular time to come. In case if I'm wasting 10 minutes of yours and you have 4 people sitting next to you, it means I've wasted 40 minutes. So I always
The
feel like
man
that.
hour.
Yeah. So I always feel like that, and it is very important. May it be anybody. I'm very, very time specific, and that is how I like to live my life. Not only for leaving and reaching some place on time, but delivering the products on time, giving the money on time, giving the salaries on time. I'm very particular. I try to be very particular. At times मेरी अपनी फैमिली हंसती भी है मेरे ऊपर,
किस बात पे?
यही कि आप तो पागल हो. बहुत ज़्यादा टाइम स्पेसिफिक हो.
So you are time specific in your personal life also?
Yeah.
For parties, if you want to go for an invitation or something. अच्छा, you're specific in that also?
आदत.
अच्छा, आदत.
That's my habit now.
कभी ऐसा हुआ है कि आप किसी इनविटेशन पे गए हो, जिसने इनवाइट किया अभी तक वही नहीं पहुंचे, आप ऑन टाइम
हाँ,
पहुंच गए?
हुआ है.
हुआ है?
हुआ है.
Then what do you do then?
कुछ नहीं, 1-2 बारी तो मैं वापस ही आ गया था फिर.
अच्छा.
I was invited over dinner in a restaurant. The other person didn't come up and he told me that यार अभी बस अभी चल रहे हैं. So I said okay. So I had dinner with my family, and by the time we were paying the bill, तो वो लोग enter कर रहे थे. तो मैं कहा sorry यार, bye, good night.
Oh.
And then thereafter we went out for a drive. We spent. It was not that I wanted to come back and I wanted to sleep. No, I took my family out for a nice drive. But then time is very important. If you are not respecting my time, it means you are disrespecting me.
So, did you actually had dinner with them or not then?
We finished off.
हाँ, तो you were
They were
going
almost
on,
1 hour late by 1 hour.
हाँ, हाँ.
So we finished off our dinner. We came back.
I'm sure that guy would have never been late ever. Again, with others also, I think. So that experience.
I mean, there's no point of teaching anybody. But why should I change myself for anybody?
Very particular understand. I think आपकी family थोड़ा सा इस चीज़ को लेके एक
नहीं
scary
नहीं,
part में भी रहती है.
my father is like that.
Disciplined in time.
ठीक है, मेरी फैमिली भी इन टाइम ही है. मेरी फैमिली को भी पता ही है. माई वाइफ इज वेरी मच ऑन टाइम.
That's
मेरे
lovely.
बच्चे बेटे भी, एवरीबडी इज ऑन
that's
टाइम.
hard
वो एक
to hear
हमारा
about
फैमिली
me.
का ही है मैम. हमारे ग्रैंडफादर्स के टाइम से यही चला आ रहा है.
Okay.
हम बड़ा हैप्पीली उसको हम फॉलो करते हैं.
So it's in the DNA.
या
I would say that.
या
Right. And what your kids are pursuing right now?
currently one of them is pursuing law in Jindal's Global University Sonipat, and the other one is doing artificial intelligence engineering from Thapar, Patiala.
So you have made them choose those two different careers.
No, I didn't
or
make
it's
them.
their
I didn't make
choice?
them. It is by their own choice.
Okay.
They were absolutely set free from my side. I mean, whatever you people want to do, you are free to do that.
Because I recall you told about building software, so I
I
connected
do
that
understand. It is
artificial-
my wish in case if my son comes with me. So obviously, I'll come out with a very nice software for the transformer industry.
that you were just
So,
like mentioning
yeah,
the parallel
yeah.
brand.
So
right.
I'll give a parallel software parallel to him, wherein he can build that thing. So let's see what happens. What God has.
Right.
Man proposes, God disposes.
And for the law, I recall and reconnect
He
that you
wishes
had
to get into the corporate law. He wishes to get into the corporate law. Again, man proposes, God disposes.
Yes. So I actually recall that you mentioned that you used to do all the filings, collect the evidence, and
हाँ, तो वो तो मैं तो अभी भी करता ही हूँ.
अच्छा,
So,
you still
and
do that?
आजकल मज़ा ये आता है कि मैं उसके साथ petitions discuss कर रहा होता हूँ.
हाँ, right. So
ये-
you got a technical hand, I would say, for that.
हाँ, मतलब मेरा तो बहुत ज़्यादा सुपर टेक्निकल तो नहीं कह सकते, बट देन ऑब्वियसली मैं करता तो हूँ ही, करता तो आया ही हूँ, अभी भी करता हूँ, अभी भी
Right.
मैं ड्राफ्ट करता हूँ चीज़ें.
So they are having, I think, I would say, a at-home training center.
आई कीप डिस्कसिंग द थिंग्स विद हिम.
हाँ, हाँ.
पर वो घर की मुर्गी तो दाल बराबर होती है ना.
So that goes for the entrepreneurs also.
Oh yes, absolutely. Why not? That's the decided principle.
I thought that's no rule for the.
Oh no,
the
that's a decided principle
entrepreneurs.
worldwide.
Okay, but that doesn't follow, I think, in your and your father's case, I believe.
Luckily, yes.
The history you have told
Luckily,
me.
yes. नहीं, at times तो मैं भी उनको छेड़ता ही रहता हूँ कि नहीं आप तुसी छड्डो पर चलता ही है वो तो.
Right.
That's the beauty of it.
So he still goes with you to the factory visits?
Yes.
He still go the 3 days or all the days, like
All the 3 days.
all the 3 days. And you get scolding from him about something at work?
नहीं उन्होंने day 1 से कभी नहीं कहा कुछ नहीं. But he's never happy with me. मतलब वो
Why?
वैसे वो हमेशा वो कहता नहीं तू ये ठीक नहीं करता. पर वो scold नहीं करता. He never scolds me. Otherwise, he's generally very happy with me.
So do you feel if we appreciate more सामने वाले को तो वो satisfaction level सामने वाले की आके फिर वो एक point आ
Ma'am,
जाता
it
है
all
they
depends. It
stop
all
working.
depends on the receptive side. How good do they take it? I mean, किसी का दिमाग खराब भी हो सकता है, कोई उसको appreciate भी कर सकता है. So दोनों तरह से ही है.
So what is
वो
the shade
individual.
line to maintain if you are appreciating somebody being an entrepreneur?
मैम झूठी तारीफ मत करिए, ओवर द बोर्ड जाके मत करिए, बिकॉज सामने वाले को भी पता चल जाता है कि वो क्या झूठा हो रहा है, क्या हो रहा है.
But I have seen people getting very happy on the false appreciation.
वो तो है ही है फिर, मतलब वो तो फिर अपना इंडिविजुअल है मैम. टू मी इन केस इफ समबडी कम्स एंड टेल्स मी आई वुड अंडरस्टैंड, आई वुड टेल हिम यार नहीं कोई जरूरत नहीं है, ठीक है, दैट्स फाइन.
And you feel that loyalty in employees and workers exists now in 2025.
You
if
have
we
to
talk
buy
about-
loyalty, ma'am. First of all, you have to be loyal to your employees.
Okay, we have to like buy loyalty.
Yes, you have to
Okay.
be loyal to your employees. They should have a feel factor कि हमारा employer is actually loyal to us. They should have that feel factor. वो अपने आप automatically loyalty वापस आएगी. Whatever you give to the society, that will come back to you.
So how can we be loyal to them? Like in what aspect?
Ma'am, there are very small things which they generally require in their daily life. You need to try and help them out. ये नहीं होना चाहिए कि अपना फ़ायदा देखो आप. You need to assess their real value. You need to give them the prize money for that. What is their real actual value. Then you need to respect them. It is not that he's your employee. May it be he's a sweeper in your factory, or maybe in your place. You need to respect him. प्रॉब्लम ये होती है कि हम लोग मूवीज़ देख लेते हैं मुन्ना भाई, उसमें जप्पी जादू की जप्पी को
I
but then
swear
भूल
मेरा
जाते हैं.
अगला क्वेश्चन यही था जो दिमाग में
हाँ तो भूल जाते हैं हम लोग उसको, बट नहीं होना चाहिए. यू शुड बी थैंकफुल टू वॉट एवर. देखिए फॉर मी एनीबडी हु इज़ वर्किंग एंड हु इज़ डूइंग वॉट एवर जॉब ही इज़ डूइंग, इफ़ ही इज़ वर्किंग आई विल रिस्पेक्ट हिम. इफ़ ही इज़ वर्किंग, इफ़ ही इज़ creating notorious things, then I will not respect him. I will not like that. There are at times I find a complaint for my people कि साहब वो उसको नाराज़ हो गया था, उसको वो छोड़ के काम चला गया. अगर जो ऐसा होता है then I don't like to talk to him even. हाँ, जो आदमी मुझे आगे कहता है कि नहीं सर ये मुझे प्रॉब्लम है, आई एम वर्किंग बट आई हैव दिस प्रॉब्लम, then I 100% solve this problem. So that is my own attitude of living life. I mean that is the way I live. That is the way, because since maybe I have worked so much personally with my own bare hands, I have gone habitual of respecting the people who actually work with their own bare hands. So maybe because of that.
Right. And I want you to tell, not just specifically to your industry, basically. I want you to tell or give maybe a message to the employees who are working under various entrepreneurs in different industries. There's one thing I personally have observed, that they feel that the top management or the founder itself doesn't know what's going on below. Is that actually true, that they doesn't know, or they know everything and a lot of times they keep quiet, or they like एक होता है ना कि they close their eyes and they
The
don't
top
talk about it.
management generally always know whatever is happening in the factory or maybe in the concern, whatever is happening, but we have to keep silent many of the times in order to run the show. We have to keep silent, and that is the right way of managing the things as well. You see, I always say even a father at home, he cannot keep his 3 people happy, I mean his wife and 2 children. है ना? So I, being an entrepreneur, I cannot keep people working for me happy. I mean I cannot keep my 1,000 people working for me happy. Everybody, मैं सबको खुश नहीं कर सकता. So but then अब उसकी obviously repercussions भी होते हैं. So then I have to keep myself mum, I have to keep myself low rather than reacting on each and everything.
Right.
So that's the right way of managing the things.
And for the young entrepreneurs, because it's not told in college or school, ki when is that time that you have to feel, or you see that you cannot keep patience, you have to react or you have to say. Is it they should keep a count of warnings on their mind, or what it should be like to manage people?
I think rewarding somebody is most important rather than penalizing them. I feel that for a young person, for small things, if you reward him, obviously he'll be more motivated.
By reward you means extra perks and
No,
benefits?
not perks. मतलब perks भी obviously हैं ही हैं. Perks भी obviously हैं ही हैं. But a word of appreciation. Like I mean, you see many of the MNCs, they make employee of the month, star of the month,
Yeah.
like those. I think they are very small things which obviously reward your employees, or maybe As an entrepreneur, you need to accept if somebody has done good to your organization. You need to accept that, and you need to tell people that he has done a very good job. 90% of the entrepreneurs ना वो कहते हैं नहीं यार दिमाग खराब हो जाऊगा.
हाँ,
नहीं
actually,
की
even
कर
I fear that.
हाँ की करना है नहीं बट नहीं अगर आप एक्सेप्ट करेंगे ना एंड यू विल टेल हिम कि नहीं यू हैव डन दिस गुड टू मी सो देन आई थिंक दे विल रेसिप्रोकेट मोर
Okay.
बिकॉज नहीं तो मैम होता क्या है कि आप आई मीन सामने वाला भी कहता है कि नहीं कोई फ़ायदा तो हो नहीं रहा it is unrecognizable rather than giving warnings rather than penalizing them. I think इसको अगर other way around आप लेंगे so things would go better. बाकी that's my own perception, maybe I'm wrong.
I think it will also give a sense of responsibility and belongingness more to the company.
100%,
I believe
that happens.
with your words.
100%.
Right, right. And one thing that you have done a mistake in your career, which you know, if you are into your younger self now, and you would tell yourself that you don't have to do this in your professional
Well,
life.
not one. I must have done a lot of mistakes.
One biggest thing, or which could be a turning point, that अगर आपने वो ना
There
किया
was a
होता-
time. There was a time in middle of my career wherein I invested too much of money into many of the ventures, and then again I went in a bad position. Again, 1 or 2 years of my life, I had a very bad patch. So, wherein I realized that, I mean, investment has to be done very carefully. Not that today you are having the extra liquidity of the money and you invest every bit of that liquid money into something. And tomorrow, in case if the business goes down, you don't have the money to survive. So, at that point of time, again, I was into a bad shape. But then things revived and we were back into the shape. So, that was one of the biggest mistake I did in multiple investments into multiple ventures. That is one of the things I did and I learned from that.
So by multiple ventures, you mean into some other industries?
Into the same industry and into some personalized assets and things like that.
So how do you like keep savings, and like how much percentage of, like, it's a personal choice obviously, कितना percent आप वापस reinvest करते हो, and how much percentage savings you actually even advise others to do from their maybe salaries or their profits?
Now again, that's individual to individual.
Yeah.
I generally invest 15% back into the system.
Okay.
20% I invest on the car.
Acha. Okay.
And balance 50-60% I keep it in the form of FD.
The savings.
So that is how I do it. Rest, all company expenses are there, company profits
obviously.
are there, like that.
Yeah, after deducting all that.
Obviously, the balance 65% involves the home expense, my family, whatever they want, they wish.
But cars is your something, I would say, very close to your heart.
That's my love.
Uh-huh. Right, right. So how many cars do you have, and which all brands? If you don't mind sharing.
I have BMW, I have Land Cruiser, then I have sports cars.
And which was your first car?
No, my father used to own the cars when we were very small.
No, your own first car, which you purchased.
I bought a Tata Indigo.
Acha. Okay. Which
That
color?
was black.
Okay. अच्छा, हमारे में तो ऐसा होता है कि black color की कार ही नहीं लेनी है.
अच्छा, क्यों?
हाँ. I don't know, it's a mindset कि no, it's black.
नहीं ऐसा नहीं.
I've seen.
It requires more of the maintenance.
No, I've seen all the rich people traveling into the black car. All the celebrities and ऐसा नहीं है. No, our family do not accept black vehicles.
अच्छा.
It can be grey. It can be slightly
वो
toned.
कई बारी आपके एस्ट्रोलॉजी को लेके होता होगा. There are
हाँ,
times होता है.
I've heard a lot
astrology.
of people saying
होता है.
yes. So that's where it, again, a thought process and a thought form that goes from, I think, generation to generation. But I luckily don't have that. So if we talk about the entrepreneurship scale, जैसे आपने बोला, and आपके बच्चों के बारे में बात करते हैं, the artificial intelligence जैसे वो लोग कर रहे हैं, तो do you feel that somewhere down the line that okay, it is going to be a beneficial thing for you, for your business wing?
I do think that, ma'am. I
For
do think
JB.
that. Yeah, I do think that. Like, I have been thinking about building a software company to develop the softwares only for the transformer industry. Because I understand to develop a software, what I have learned, apart from the coding part, a very important thing is the basic idea. What to develop, what is actually required to be developed. You got it. It could be a generalized software, but then generalized software doesn't always pay back. So it is very important what your customer actually wants. unnecessarily putting a lot of blah blah features into the software or maybe making it a generalized software will not always help you out. You need to see, you need to check out what your actual user wants. That is very important.
So I think there your R&D will work
Yes,
out, I
there
believe.
my R&D will work out, and
Their codings will work out.
the technical part can be handled by the upcoming generation in case if they are there.
So we have this rapid fire for you where you have to answer like very quickly. You have to think less. I mean, you can think, but in a less span of time. So the first question is one word for JB Industries.
One word for JB: integrity.
And if JB was a person, as a real person, what would you tell him?
Be loyal towards everyone you meet.
Okay, that's a good one. Again, ethical,
Yeah.
right? And what is the first thing you do when a transformer breaks down?
Analyze the real cause of the breakdown.
And if you have to choose between coffee or technology, what would you go for?
Technology with coffee.
Okay, nice one. What do you choose, innovation or consistency?
I believe consistency makes you innovate things.
Okay, smart answer again. One engineer you admire from the history.
I would not call it from the history. Otherwise, Nikola Tesla is obviously one of them. But I really admire my father. He is one of the finest engineers in the transformer industry to me. He still corrects me.
Right, which is, I think, very important.
So I actually admire it.
Right. So, your love for luxury cars or loyal customers, what would you choose? That's a tough one.
You see, luxury cars are my passion, and customers are my loyal customers are my backbone. They are very important to my company. So I would say luxury cars are my love, and customers are the backbone for me.
And I can
Both are
also say
equally
one
important.
thing that loyal customers brings you luxury cars.
Oh
It
yeah,
can be other
obviously,
way.
obviously, oh yeah. They are, they
Right.
are, they are, they are. वो हैं तो हम हैं. मैं हमेशा बोलता हूँ, आप
Right.
हैं तो हम हैं. I always tell my customers.
Yes, very true. And I think there was a time when it used to be that the organization is the king, but now the customer is the king.
100%.
It has changed
Yeah,
a lot.
100%. We have started accepting that, but it has been always like that.
One eco-friendly habit that you personally follow.
Being paperless,
So you have to finish this line that power is
responsibility.
okay. In what aspect to you, basically?
You see, the greater in all the aspects, I would say. Firstly, in case if you become more and more powerful, you are responsible for more and better things for the society and for your own self. You cannot do wrong things. You cannot be lousy. You cannot misuse your power. Then, as we transform the power using the transformers, it's my responsibility to get you the power in the proper shape and in the proper form. So power for me, power is responsibility.
And for me, I think power is JB Industries. I would say that.
That's nice of you. That's
Yes,
nice of
in
you.
the Transformers industry.
That's nice of you. Thank you
Yes.
so much.
So आज आपको हमारे शो भड़ास विद वीजे अमन पर आगे कैसा लगा?
Very nice. It was excellent. Very nice experience for me, and thank you. Thanks to you as well as to your team for inviting me and giving me the honor to be here. I'm really delightful, and I'm really, I would say, I would appreciate you, all of you, for inviting me.
I
Thank you
think
so much.
one thing is, I would not say that is common, but I think that's a blessing for me as well that you have been first into every technology, and you chose our show to be the first podcast ever of your
Yeah,
of your life.
absolutely. Yeah, thank you so much. And in fact, I am also overwhelmed. Thank you so much.
Thank you so very much, and we have learned a lot from you. एंड जाते जाते हम लोग अपनी ऑडियंस को बस इतना ही कहते हैं कि इस शो में भड़ास विद वीजे अमन में आप अपने दिल का बया बेफिक्र अंदाज के साथ दे चुके हैं. और आज हमारे साथ जो शो में थे मिस्टर पंकज अग्रवाल, हु इज़ द CEO ऑफ JB इंडस्ट्रीज़. हमें सीखने को बहुत कुछ मिला. पहली चीज़, वी गॉट टू नो कि लेमन लैंग्वेज में व्हाट इज़ एक्चुअली ट्रांसफॉर्मर्स ऑल अबाउट, किन किन तरह की टेक्नोलॉजीज दिस इंडस्ट्री इज इवॉल्विंग इनटू, व्हाट इज न्यू कमिंग अप इनटू द JB इंडस्ट्रीज, व्हाट दे आर गोइंग टू लॉन्च, एंड सून दे विल बी हैविंग another unit of their industry as well, and what more JB is looking forward, and even what are the upcoming projects for the future generation. And Yes, definitely. We have learned about the eco consciousness that the industry is following. So, this is me signing off with this episode for today. Bhadass with VJ Aman exclusively on Spotify.